What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Glitched Podcast. My name is Topher Welsh with my co-host
Eugene Capon,
and we are here with the infamous Mr Repzion,
hello,
aka Daniel. How's it going, man?
It's going fantastic. How about yourself?
Oh, not bad, not bad. You know, just braving the cold here in beautiful Washington.
I was supposed to get sun next week.
Oh, are we? Nice.
Mm-hmm.
You are actually local, so we do share that in common.
Yep, been in Washington my whole life. I love it here. I don't really plan on moving.
Yeah, me neither. It's something about Mount Rainier. It just feels like home to me whenever I see it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Right on. So, what you got going on? How have you been? How are you doing? And
I've been fantastic. I've pretty much stopped doing YouTube full time. I'm 2 quarters away from graduating with a welding degree. So
oh, nice.
I'm pursuing trades now. And
so are you? Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
It's been a phenomenal experience going back to school. Something that I didn't expect to do, but YouTube doesn't pay bills much anymore. So,
are you looking to get away from YouTube or start a career?
Yeah,
or?
I don't want to rely upon. Well, since 2017, I stopped relying upon YouTube together, and that's why I started going back to school, is because it's just not sustainable with the whole demonetization stuff. There's just no point, and it was really discouraging, I think, for almost every person to create something, even if it's advertiser friendly and you go by all the guidelines, and then you can't make money through even a single penny through all the work that you put in through editing.
Right.
I've had my VR stuff demonetized. The majority of my VR gameplay that I did on YouTube has been demonetized.
Why is that?
I don't know.
They don't give you no reasons. It's just
no.
It was
never
part of like
no money
apocalypse is what happened.
It's just everything was hit. And it affected everybody, and rather than whine about it on YouTube 24/7, I chose to go back to school and get a degree in something that will secure a future.
Yeah, but you chose like welding. Why not something that was like YouTube related or some sort of transferable skill?
Because I don't know. I use social media, but I don't like that aspect of always having to be connected to social media for a career, especially money. Like, I just don't like it. I want to do something that's more meaningful to me, because I work best with my hands. I've always worked. I'm a hands-on person. I've always been that way. I love building computers. I don't want to be stuck in a room with meetings talking about internet stuff and videos. And I love video production, don't get me wrong, but it's just not a career path that I want to do. It's more of a hobby now.
Was it more like you were an accidental influencer or an accidental
100%.
YouTuber?
100%. I came onto YouTube with the sole intent to spread the Christian message, because that's where my channel.
That's right.
Way back.
Wow. I forgot all about that.
Yeah. You can go. They're still on my channel. Those old videos.
I mean, like, why don't you just walk us through like your first couple of videos for anybody who hasn't seen them? And basically,
my first couple of videos?
yeah, your first couple of videos.
When did you start on YouTube? Like
2007.
Oh, so you were like OG.
Yeah, I guess 2007, and then I deleted my YouTube account, and then I created another one, and I really started making videos like full time in 2009, because I was in a really bad parental situation, so I was just using it as a venting tool. That's it.
Yeah, but you got out of it. You kind of reinvented yourself.
I've rebranded myself a lot. There's been a lot of transitions on my channel, like 1,400 videos. You can see the transitioning from everything from YouTube phases to talking about news stuff and politics and video games, and I don't know. I've covered like every type of genre on the YouTube sphere as of right now, and now I like doing commentary for fun. It's really, really fun.
Do you just get tired of those other like ideas and those topics, or do you just decide to move on to something else?
YouTube won't let you talk about them.
Oh, okay.
That's the problem. Like, you can't even talk about mental health anymore.
What?
Like, you really can't.
Man, I have been so out of like what YouTube does and doesn't allow, it seems like, because a lot of this is like new to me, man. Because, well, we haven't had that problem yet with being too demonetized, because we just don't have too much monetization yet. So
we are monetized. We do make a little bit of money off of the content that we make. it's not enough to like sustain a person full time yet.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We'll get there.
We also don't make too much controversial content. It's more like, look at us freaking nerds.
Yeah, that's true. I've had to content shift and try to be a lot more advertiser friendly, if that makes sense.
That's got to be so frustrating.
It doesn't really even work that well because stuff still get hits that has nothing to do. Like, okay, I did a sponsored video for a client, and they have really strict guidelines on what I'm allowed to talk about in the video. And I'm like, I perfectly understand that. I don't really make super controversial content anymore. And I told them, like, I'm gonna put it in this video, blah blah blah. Are you okay with that? And they're like, yeah. The video got 200,000 views in like less than 4 days, and even though it was a sponsored video from a client that approved the video to be released, YouTube still demonetized it and only monetized it after it had hit 300,000 views, which means that all the potential revenue that I could have made from that, which is like $1,000, just went out the drain.
Have you ever thought about uploading it, waiting for it to be monetized, then releasing it?
That's the thing. I did do that. I uploaded it a week prior, and because if you have over 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, you have a personal YouTube contact. It's called creator support that you can email them. I emailed them. I sent it to them the video unlisted, this is what you're supposed to do, and this is what I was told by everybody who's done. And they've done this before. I send them an unlisted video to the YouTube creator support. It takes about 3 days. They manually review it, and then they usually approve it or deny it according to that. I did this a week prior, before release, and now the client service, the service I was being sponsored by, they have a deadline, so I have to upload it by this certain date. So I had to release it even though it was demonetized, because that's my contract says I got to release it by this date. A week and a half goes by, still no monetization, and then only after it hits 300,000, and then they email me almost a week and a half later, it's monetized. It's just so frustrating. It's like there's no winning at all with the whole thing.
But shouldn't you have been focusing on the client as far as that's how you were making money off of it?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That's why I released it, and I had no issue releasing it being demonetized, but it's like I could still have made potential extra money through it being monetized. It's like
you might
having
as well double
$1,000 that it's pretty much yours, but you can't touch it because somebody else has it, type of thing. Like you're being denied income essentially for no reasoning.
Yeah, I mean, you might as well double dip when you can. I mean, if you can monetize the video as well as get paid to make the video,
it's two birds and one stone, right?
Yeah. Do you think you have like a target painted on your back a little bit since you are higher?
I used to think that, but not really. I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I used to think I was blacklisted, and there is some evidence that points that there is a blacklist with certain creators.
Wasn't there like a list? Wasn't there like a list that got leaked a long time ago?
Yeah, that's
like 15 channels that were like, these are the ones we want to try to systematically remove off the platform.
I know iDubbbz was one of them. He never gets video monetized ever. But granted, he probably would never to begin with, considering his content's very vulgar. But regardless, even before that, he never. I don't know. It's just a blacklist. I don't think that's right.
How did these controversial YouTubers actually end up making money? Because I mean, they built their base off of being super controversial, but then Adpocalypse hits. No one can monetize. Are they just relying solely on like brand deals?
No. I think that's one of the big shifts to Patreon. That's when like everybody's like, "All right, forget Patreon you, YouTube. I'm going to Patreon."
And it worked out for a lot of people. But, well, I had a Patreon at one point, but I wasn't. I still do. It's just I don't know. I don't want to rely upon other people for an income. I just don't like it. I don't feel secure.
I mean, isn't that every job ever, though?
Yes. From a technical standpoint, yes, but your income usually doesn't fluctuate as much as it does with YouTube because your CPM every single month it's completely different. January is the worst ad month; it's like a $3 CPM. So even if you get tons and tons of views, you're not going to make that much. And same with Feb. Just until about summer and the end of the next year, ads really pick up and you can actually make some money off of stuff. But it fluctuates too much. That's why it's not sustainable for me. Is I can't. It's too much anxiety. You know, sometimes you can have a big paycheck, other times you can have a small one, and it doesn't matter how many hours or how many hours of work you put into a video. It's not going to pay off necessarily.
Yeah.
So consistency is key for me.
Have you ventured into the little like the join feature on the YouTube now?
I was actually one of the first, I think, 30 channels that actually got that feature of the whole member thing. I don't know why they enabled my channel before they actually launched the whole membership program. You know, people can join your channel for $5 a month, trying to compete with Twitch. My channel, I had at one point I had like about 60, just about $5 a month, 60, and then
so $300.
Yeah, but YouTube takes 40% of that. So.
Ooh,
jeez. Huh. Interesting. I wonder if the adpocalypse stuff can you have like vulgar or obscene or controversial content on those videos and still make money on your members? Does that not even matter anymore then?
It doesn't matter at that point. If they become a member of your channel, or you will make that money regardless of whether your video is monetized or demonetized. But
it seems like that's the rebuttal to the Patreon.
I promoted it quite a few times, but I don't really think it's that profitable for a lot of creators. The whole membership thing, trying to push into Twitch, you know. I just don't see it being something that's breakthrough. I mean, if you go to YouTube Gaming, I'll be honest, it's really crappy. It's really bad on YouTube Gaming. There's very few people that give views, and very few amount of people even use YouTube Gaming for games. And there are some, but it's not.
Everyone's over on Twitch or Mixer, right?
Yeah, Mixer and Twitch. That's where it's all at.
You know, Facebook has Facebook for creators now. Have you ventured into that at all?
I joined it. I haven't posted anything on it yet.
Yeah,
I don't know how that will work. If it will be successful.
I mean, you could just be taking your old videos and put them up on there.
True.
That is a possibility.
Yeah,
just drip the content out week by week.
I haven't even thought about doing that, and I maybe should have tried that.
I haven't even thought about doing that, but Eugene here, he's a thinker.
Facebook. Oof.
We should put the podcast out on Facebook.
The one thing that ticks me off about Facebook is they still won't let me change my legal name. My name is Daniel Deadpool. My middle name is Deadpool because I made it a long time ago.
Yeah.
I gave them my passport. I gave them my driver's ID. They still will not legally change my name. I don't want Deadpool in the middle. I just want that out of it.
Yeah.
Can't change it. They said that I'm not who I say I am.
What?
Like, okay, Facebook. I've done it 3 times. They keep denying me. It's like, okay.
It's like, take a picture with your passport and your birth certificate next to your head. Sorry, that doesn't work for us.
That's so weird. So what do you see as far as like the future of your channel? You're just gonna like leave it, or are you?
No. So what I really want to do, and I've told a couple people this. Obviously, it may be a while because I have to be in an environment where I can actually do this. But I actually want to make welding instructional videos.
Okay.
Like, because I'm getting a degree in it, and once I get my degree, I can get hired by a company, and then I can work that company for a few years, and then my future goal is to actually teach. Like, I want to be a teacher in the field of welding. Okay. But obviously you have to have about at least 5 to 10 years welding experience on the job before you can do that. And I want to make instructional videos, and I can technically make them now because I'm certified in MIG welding and flux core welding, which is for like bridges and stuff like that. But I just don't have the space to do it, and it's really expensive to have your own welding machines, and then you have to have gases like argon and CO2. And there's gigantic containers. Like it's very specific in the environment that you have to film a video at, and it's not easily accessible. I did get permission to film at my university though for the welding department, but I just can't have any students in the background, and I can't have anybody in the background, or they won't let me film.
Well, that makes sense.
I mean,
it makes sense.
That's like a release issue.
It is. But still, it's pretty cool that I've got permission from the college to do that.
So you're looking at just making like one big shift again from your content. Will you still be doing commentary and whatnot?
Probably. probably.
Or would you just start another channel, or?
No, I'm not going to start another channel.
Because it's so different.
The only other channel I started was an ASMR channel. And
I mean, why not, right? I mean,
yeah,
it's just I
made like 5 videos on it. A lot of people liked it, but I can't do it in this apartment. There's too much noise, and having a binaural microphone, it picks up everything, and I just can't do it in this apartment. It's way too loud.
Oh yeah, I've seen some of those like rooms that you have to be in where it's like basically a cage.
Mm-hmm. I tried to do it in my closet, and it almost worked, but then the dogs that are below me and next to me, they're constantly barking all the time during the night too. It's like I can't do it. So that's the main issue. I can't do ASMR.
How many views you garner on those videos? Because that's like such a hot thing right now.
I think one of them got like 10,000 views. It's not that big. The channel like has 2,000 subs, I think.
Yeah.
It's not. It's horrible, but I don't know. It's not monetized or anything, but I'd definitely like to invest into it because I have ASMR gear. I have that binaural, that
that mic
with the 2 ears.
Yeah, I got that, and it's wonderful. It's crazy microphone, man.
I remember the first time seeing it. I thought it was like a sex toy. Someone brought it. I was like, "What is this?"
Got an ear fetish.
Yeah. Well, people are so close to those microphones, they're like licking them basically anyway. It's like, listen.
But yeah, I would like to do welding videos in the future. And there's actually there's some welding videos on YouTube that I've actually used to help me pass certain tests. Mm-hmm. And there's not, it's very small community that does it on YouTube. And I'm like, okay, if I become a welding instructor at some point down the line, it would be awesome to supply people free educational content.
Well, that's a great niche. Like, if you can identify a niche that has very, very little competition, and you go into a niche like that, like, you're just gonna dominate. One, because you got the video production experience. Two, you have the, YouTube experience.
I've looked at the other the welding channels that do exist, and they're pretty small, and they bring in some good views, even though they're super small. And I'm like, man, if I have 500,000 subscribers already, and I dive into instructing videos, that could be really successful.
Nice.
Right on.
So when did YouTube like really pick up for you? Like, what was the turning point between I'm just putting up videos to, share the word of Christ versus like, oh, I have a real audience, I have to be careful what I say?
I think it was like 2012, 2013.
So it took you about 4 years?
Yeah, that's because I kept going at it. I transitioned, my content transitioned a lot, and then I was like, wow, I'm actually making over $1,000 a month through doing this, and it turned into a venting tool as a hobby into a job, which is ironic because now I quit YouTube as a job and now it's a hobby again. So it's that thing where I always want to keep YouTube as a hobby because I felt like my passion dwindled immensely when something that you enjoy as a hobby turns into a job and that's all you do. I didn't like doing it anymore. I got burnt out.
Yeah.
The monetization stuff didn't help, but regardless of whether the monetization stuff hit or not, I think I would have stopped regardless because it just wasn't enjoyable, and I don't want to invest into something I'm not enjoying. I think that should be applicable for a lot of people on YouTube.
That's 100% fair.
Did you have like a breakout video? Did you have a video that like hit like 10,000 views like in like year 2 that kind of like gave you a boost, or like made like, holy crap, I could do this?
I had a shout out from a bigger YouTuber back in the day. I don't know if you guys know who he's by them. Amazing Atheist. He's kind of a big old.
Oh yeah.
Oh, who doesn't know TJ?
Yeah, big old fat guy with beard. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've actually
big old neck beard.
I've actually been on the Drunken Peasants podcast.
Yeah.
I think so has Repzion, right?
Multiple times. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I see you got there. Yeah.
Nice.
I'm the only one that hasn't been on. Ben, where are you at, man? Where are you at?
I was part of their New Year's Eve stream.
And
that was slowly died.
Very
on
fun
stream.
to watch.
Yeah, I was sick that whole like.
Yeah, I noticed you didn't talk much.
Well,
I noticed you were
in Las
gray and
Vegas.
white as well.
Like, I agreed to be on it like 2 weeks prior, and then I was starting to get sick when I walked in, and then by the end, I was just like, I can barely see out of my eyes. I'm trying not to like snot all over the mics and stuff. But it was great. Like Billy walked me out, and then like Ben was left in the room, and he's just like, I love that Eugene guy. You can't, fault him for who his friends are. He's just such an ups. I'm like, oh, Ben, I don't want to go back and get you sick and rub my face all over yours.
Yeah, Eugene texted me in the middle. He was like, hey, I'm on the Drunken Peasants. And I click into the link. I just see Eugene sitting there like...
high on life.
Just like...
trying to survive
inside.
I agreed to be on there for 24 hours and could only do 12.
I'm shocked that you made it that far. If I was sick, I'd be like hour 4. I'd be like, dude, I gotta go. I can't deal with that. Especially the bickering, because I tuned in a few times because I was in Las Vegas. I was tuning in and out. I was waiting for some good timing, certain stuff, and it was very fun stream to watch you guys at.
I just like to be the only voice in the room where it's like, yeah, this person's completely terrible. And I'm like, hey, at least he's trying. I think he's doing a good effort.
Good at something.
And they're like, no, dude, he's terrible. I'm like, yeah, but being terrible is the first step to being kind of good at something. And then when you're kind of good at something, you get good.
Good old Eugene, always looking on the bright side of life.
Well, somebody has to be that voice. I mean, you can't just create drama videos all the time. There has to be like a balance in the universe.
Yeah, you just can't create drama videos all the time.
Daniel.
Oh, is that what it is? I don't know.
I gotta say, they are very entertaining.
That's the goal.
The wetlands one was pretty entertaining to me. I was like, damn, this is expensive.
Don't give me content to respond to. That's all.
Yeah, well.
Problem solved.
Oh, paid for college, right?
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah.
Right on, man. So, I mean, I guess we already asked you what's next. You got the welding stuff going. What's next on YouTube? I mean, besides doing more welding type videos, do you have anything else you want to pursue in the meantime while you're doing school, or?
I've been doing a lot of Twitch. In fact, last 2 months, it's very difficult for me to hold to a schedule like this, but I've been streaming every Monday and every Tuesday and every Thursday, despite me having school for like 5 to 6 hours each of those days. And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'm at school 9 hours, 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. I really enjoy streaming just casually, like video games.
What's your go-to game?
It used to be Fortnite until they have pretty much divided the entire Fortnite community by their horrible game choices of their game and ruining the game on multiple updates and continuing to do so. So I've been playing a bunch of solo campaign games. I just played Dead Space 1. I played through Dead Space 2 because I'd never played the second one. I'm doing Resident Evil 2 tonight after this.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, just a lot of single-player games, and people love it. It's super fun.
What's your go-to VR game?
Go-to VR, Beat Saber.
Nice. My man.
Beat Saber.
My man. Dude, I'm a monster on
Beat Saber.
This is a Beat Saber household, sir.
It's fun. I love it. I'm really bad at it, though, but it's a workout. I love it.
Me and Eugene are highly competitive when it comes to that. It's really funny because out the gate, like first trying a song, I murder the song. I'm pretty good. But Eugene's so competitive. Like, he will practice the song 50 times just to beat me by like 10 points and be like,
really? You're a competitive guy?
Oh, dude,
you're one of those secret, like, you don't really look that competitive, but then all of a sudden you break out this flawless record of like 500 perfect scores.
For hard on a lot of the songs, I'm top 100 in the world.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
On hard.
As soon as I go up to expert, I fucking fail at life.
Oh, there's your one.
There's your one.
There's one bad word.
I timed it. That was my perfect, like, my one. Drop that F-bomb.
Dude, I love Beat Saber. That game is so much fun. Like, we went to Twitchcon and I just not Twitchcon. Well, we did go to Twitchcon, but we went to VidCon and I decimated everyone's score and no one could touch me. at the convention, so I won a sweet Fender guitar. So
Nice.
Did
Awesome.
did I tell you they had there was a competition at Twitchcon this year. I was flown down to Twitchcon by Microsoft because I was working doing stuff for Skype at the time, and I left to go. I was like, oh, I heard you guys had a Beat Saber competition, and he went, yeah, but it's only for the really good people. And I went, I'm really good, and they had the top 2 through 6 players in the world standing at the booth.
Oh my goodness.
And I kind of looked at them and was like, really? And they were like, yeah. And I was like, can I try to like lines too long? Like, I'm over at the Skype booth. And he's like, dude, we're just too full. I can't let you. I'm like, damn it. I could have gone against the best, but it just wasn't the right time.
It's funny because like I love Beat Saber so much. And the funny thing is, I don't really play many console games. Like, I've never really been a gamer, but as soon as I can like get physical, like with a game, dude, it's all over. Like when the Wii came out, like I was like playing boxing like crazy, and then I didn't play anything.
I looked at the boxing a lot too.
Dude, break a sweat, man. But like once Beat Saber and like all the shooter games came out, man, it's all over. I lost like 65 pounds playing VR.
I have a VR question. Is the new HTC Vive, the upgrade version, worth it?
The Pro version?
Yes.
Yes. I think it is, but it's a prosumer version. So if you're not in the industry or you're a very casual user, I don't think it's worth it for you. But if you're using it every single day, if you're developing for Vive and Oculus and those sort of platforms, then I would say absolutely.
Is the pixels any different? Is it the same? Is the resolution in the headset different at all?
I believe it's...
Are you talking about the...
On the Vive Pro.
Yeah,
the Vive Pro's got a higher resolution.
Oh, it does?
I think it either has a higher resolution or a higher field of view.
It's basically 2 4K cameras or lenses in each eye is what you're really looking at.
Whereas the old one used to be like 2K on each one, right?
And you're talking about the
Vive Pro,
the Google Pixel headset that they have, right?
No, HTC's.
No, he was talking about the Vive Pro.
Yeah, I'm talking about Vive.
I thought you were talking about the Google Pixel. How there's a headset for it.
Oh no! The HTC Vive is what I'm talking about.
Okay, gotcha.
I mean, my opinion on the Vive Pro is more like, I mean, if you're just a gamer, like he said, it's not that big. I mean, I wouldn't purchase the money for it right now just because I'm happy with my Vive. But I mean, if I was doing way more heavy development and I had to like really pay attention to everything, it'd be well worth it. But
I mean, that could be the case later this year, right?
Hey.
It was like, for me, the biggest thing I love my Vive, but the biggest thing for me in Vive is that, I don't know, the resolution. I want it to be higher resolution. I want it to feel more real.
Oh, of course.
That's the biggest thing for me with VR.
Have you seen the Pimax yet?
I have not.
Oh, dude, 5K.
5K?
There's a 5 and there's an 8K version.
Yeah, on each.
God. 8K?
It's insane. And dude, the headset's like this big. It's like wearing this light on your face.
Oh jeez.
So basically, in a normal headset, you only have like your field of view here, and then it renders out. As you're going by. You turn your face too fast, you're going to get like the build around your face, but it has like a little bit more than a 180 view, so there's no way that you're going to get like light boxed.
Oh, wow.
Your peripheral is like completely covered.
See, that would probably immerse me so much I'd never get out of it at that point.
I did try it at the at CES last year. It was pretty impressive.
Impressive. I was looking up the world record for the longest live stream in virtual reality.
Oh, what is it?
And it's 35 hours.
Oh my!
So beat that.
35 hours?
Yeah.
In VR?
In VR.
Without taking the headset off?
Yeah.
Woo! 35 hours.
I think
you say like wow. I say that's a
yeah. My response is like I can do 48.
Yeah,
well,
exactly.
It depends on what you're doing though. When I'm thinking of like playing something that's like physically you know.
I mean,
something like Beat Saber, playing that for 48 hours. Like, I would imagine you'd be dead.
Well, there's no reason why you can't like just turn to the menu, sit down for an hour or two.
Yeah, I guess.
No. What you do is you
just
play
have
your
my mom come over and feed me food as I'm playing with the VR headset on my head.
No, what you do is you just get a meditation game, and then you just sit and meditate for a little while you take your breaks. I had this one game called Guided Meditation, which is actually pretty cool. But
well, how do you poo and pee?
You get a little tent in a bucket.
Oh
in
my
the corner.
gosh, that's too much. The beat the world record. Oh my goodness.
Mom, bring me the bed. Mom, I got a shit.
Cartman, knock it off. No, but I'm really so. I just did a 10-hour live stream where I watched like PewDiePie's bitch lasagna on loop for 10 hours, and I was fine. So anyway, hey, have you ever played Overwatch, or do you play Overwatch? Is that one of your go-to games?
I used to. I played up to, I think it was season. What season are they on now? I played up to season
13.
Are they really up that many? Holy crap!
I think they're in season 13.
I stopped at like season 6. I was a grandmaster and a master at one point in ranking on that game. Which is like the 2 highest ranks in the ranking system. I used to play it really competitively, and then I stopped because I was getting too frustrated and it was ruining my whole day. I was letting the video game ruin my whole day. Bad teammates. I love the game though. It's super fun. It's just competitively, I get way too competitive in that game, and I get mad and I get angry. Oh.
Sounds like my kid playing Fortnite.
So I think
he's 11.
So I think season 13 just ended. Season 14 just started. And
I've actually played it a couple weeks ago. They've got some cool new characters. I love the cowboy girl with the dynamite. I don't know her name, but she's awesome. She was, I was getting so many kills with her, throwing the dynamite and shooting the dynamite as you're throwing it to do the AoE attack. Yeah, that is awesome. If you're really good at aiming, you can dominate.
I'm not. That's why I have to play Oasia. Because I'm a slow, I'm just going to protect everybody and help push the card ahead.
Healer. We need more of those, though.
Yeah. Nobody wants to play tank.
I used to be a good tank before they nerfed Roadhog. Roadhog was, the best. I was that guy, always top scoreboard, always just annihilating with my hooks. I was a pro Roadhog player, and then they nerfed his shotgun and everything is
Which so for which sets did you always play characters from?
Sets.
Yeah. So what was your tank? What was your damage? What was your support?
Tank was Roadhog, Roadhog and the monkey. Him. What's his name?
The monkey dude.
Yeah, the monkey guy.
I know what you're talking about, so that's fine. I've never played
Winston.
I love Winston. Yeah. It's been a long time since I played. I don't remember the characters. Then Soldier 76, and McCree. McCree, I got accused of hacking a lot because that was back when McCree could shoot across the map. There was no drop off damage with his revolver, so you could do headshots across the map and snipe people. I think I was stopped in season 4. It was super strong. McCree was unstoppable.
So if you're doing his ultimate,
oh yeah,
you team kill if everybody was in view. Yeah,
it was super OP. Soldier 76, McCree. I was also Zarya. I was a big Zarya player too, and Tracer. Those are my mains. Okay. I never liked playing healer. I'm always going for the kills.
I do Oasia. I do Diva. I do Symmetra for attack. I don't have a healer either. And I
We're
know
bad Overwatch players. We should be able to play everybody.
No. So it was actually gifted to me 3 months ago. So I've only been playing for 3 months, and I'm just kind of going through the steps of learning a character, and trying to fill out my roster of what's actually playable for myself.
I'd always just switch in between tank, attack, and defense heroes. That was it.
I do a really good Bastion.
Ooh, a really good Bastion?
I'm really good at Bastion.
A lot of people say they're good at Bastion.
But
are you really good at
Bastion? No,
I
hide off to the side so nobody can find me, and then I destroy everybody. No, that's the trick to them. You gotta
This is the worst type of players. This is so irritating.
So when people are getting hit and you just can't tell where it's coming from, that's basically Widow.
Yeah, if you're a really good one. I know I've always really excelled at sniping.
Who the hell
games,
Who the hell runs up with Widow?
Widow is a beast if you know how to play her well.
That's fair. That is totally fair. Anyway, we are coming up on time.
We're coming up on time? Oh, it's 7:49.
Yeah.
Well, I just wanted to bring up one more point. What do you think about like if games like Overwatch, Fortnite, if they were to become like cross-platform, PC, Xbox, PS4, whatever, and VR?
And VR?
Right?
I could see it. I could see it with Overwatch. It's definitely that would be definitely a possibility. I don't think that would be possible with Fortnite. I don't know really how you do that with Fortnite, considering it's third person.
True.
Also, those like swings would have to be.
I don't think it's possible with Fortnite. Fortnite is really complicated when it gets to the core. Like there's the basic shooting mechanics with the building. Like I don't know how you could successfully do that because it's all Fortnite is all about movement when you're building and building structures as you're moving and shooting and editing your builds to like make a window, make a door, and all these different sequences. I don't think it would be possible with. It could be wrong. I mean, I just don't think it's too complicated.
Well, you could definitely do it with as a viewer, as a spectator.
You could have like I want to murder my kids in Fortnite. That's what I want to do. They're playing Fortnite. I want to shoot him in the face and watch him scream while I'm with my headset on. I go, "Ha, got you, bitch!"
Year of the Dad Award.
Yeah.
I love how your way of like ponying your kids is like, it's okay, I'll just do it in VR.
Oh yeah. I mean,
if something's unfair, you put it in VR, then we're on level.
That's what I keep telling. I was like, you just wait until Epic Games makes like a game mode.
Are there any really big multiplayer games for VR, like shooting games because I've seen some shooting games like multiplayer battle royale stuff on VR, but the few that I've joined, I think one was called Pavlov or something. I joined at one point.
Pavlov is really good.
It's really good, but nobody's in it. There's nobody to play with.
The really big one is Onward right now.
Onward
has they have like the Onward VR Master League, so like they had it. I think it was in Europe this year, but like Oculus and Intel sponsored it, and they had like these 10 like base stations, and everyone has like their Pro Tubes, which are like the little things that you can put your controllers in, and you can like aim like an actual gun stock. But dude, people take it super seriously because it's a full on like 5 versus 5 open map. You got to run like operations against your team. Like these teams, like I think the top team is, Globochem. They've been playing together for like 2 years, like since the game came out, and they are like the tightest like team. Like these guys are like real. Like it's crazy. It's a lot of fun too. So that's one of the games I started on. So
if you're gonna do 1 versus 1 though, I might suggest the Unspoken. Unspoken. Basically, if you want to be like a gothic Harry Potter.
I already like that.
No. Where you're like, so there's a bunch of different classes. So you're like either a technomancer, or you're shooting electricity, or you're a pyrokinetic, or you're
is that a technomancer or a necromancer?
Techno, like technology.
That's way cooler.
Yeah,
sorry.
Or you have like telekinesis, or you're a beyonder or whatever, and then it's like 1 versus 1. You're teleporting to different like structures to like hit each other, and you can summon like Goliath summons to like basically old gods to destroy the other person, and it's really cool.
It sounds awesome.
There's another game that's called there's a couple of battle royale games. I play Standout a lot. It's in beta, but that's one. It's like full on. There's a storm. You parachute in. You loot the houses. You kill everyone. Storm closes in. There's another one called Population 1, which actually has like building and flying built into it. So like Yeah, you have like a little wrist thing, and like you just kind of like point, and you can just make these like metal structures, so you can like make these bridges over to these places. But you can also climb everything too, like Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
So you climb up everything, and then you can jump off of it, and then you have a wingsuit.
Ah, that actually sounds pretty fascinating.
It's pretty cool. I mean, it's very similar to Fortnite in that aspect, where you can build. I mean, you can't really edit super fast and stuff like that, but I mean, it's getting there. It's getting there.
Nice.
Cool.
So, on that note, Daniel, where can the people find you?
You can find me at youtube.com/Mr Repzion, twitch.tv/Repzion, and Twitter DD Sulzbach. DDSULZBACH. That's pretty much it.
Perfect.
Right on, man.
Got rid of a lot of my social media, so.
Nice. All right. Anyway, Topher, you want to close this out?
Yeah, thank you guys for listening to the Glitch Podcast. Thank you, Mr. Repzion, for being on the show. We really appreciate
Absolutely.
it.
Thank you for inviting me.
Thanks, buddy. Well, I'm sure it won't be the last time we'll have you on the show, and we'll probably see you here locally sometime soon. Maybe we'll make a vlog or something. I don't know.
Star Wars
Maybe-
Episode 9.
Maybe
Hey, there
we'll
you
go
go.
see a movie.
Right on, everyone. Stay glitched. Catch you later.